Are you tired of feeling like you don't know what to do with your hair? Or maybe you're looking for a style that can last a few weeks or even a month. Or maybe just a style that you can achieve on your own from the comfort of your own home. Stay tuned, this video is just for you. Before you begin braiding, you want to make sure that you are using something to moisturize your hair underneath the braiding hair. And then you're going to take 3 little sections and begin plaiting your hair down. And as you can see, I braided it, I believe, like 2 or 3 times. And I am grabbing a piece of hair and adding it to mine. And I will continue to braid and add pieces of hair to the braid. And I'm adding another piece. And I am doing this so that I can get the desired thickness of the braids that I'm going for. And I felt like me showing you from the back is easier. It's a little less distracting. And it's the only thing I notice is that I can't see if the camera is going in and out because I'm facing the other way. But here I am still adding hair, and now I got to the desired thickness. I'm going to swing the braid towards the front and just continue to braid. And I don't know if you noticed, but the braiding hair is darker than my hair. When I decided on the color that I wanted, I was not looking in the light at my hair and I ordered a darker color, but in person you cannot tell. It blends in very well, and that is because it just ended up working out. So here I am, I'm continuing to braid, and at this time of me braiding, I believe it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around then. Yeah, it took me a few hours and it was really late, but I got through it. And here I am just checking the thickness of all the braids that I've already braided in my head, of course. And also I would like to note here that my hair is in sections. I went ahead and did the sections, the partings for that, because that takes the longest. And I was going to do them much bigger or smaller. I wasn't really sure. But I decided to go with the size that I have, and I actually really like them. Don't judge my partings. It's been a long time. Yeah, and it was pretty late. And I'm in the house, so I really don't care about, having perfect partings. And you shouldn't either, because, I mean, I don't think it's really that noticeable. Unless, But here it's not really that noticeable. So here I am speeding it up for you. But basically, you just want to make sure that you are braiding your hair first. And then continue to add the braiding hair until you get to the desired thickness, again, like I said before. And then after that, you can stop adding braiding hair and just continue to braid your hair down. Alright, and you're just going to continue braiding your hair until you get to the ends. And I also have a video coming up after this showing you how I did my ends, because as you can see from the picture that I actually have my ends wavy. I did not keep them straight. So there will be a video of me describing how I did the process. I'll be showing you and just talking my way through it. You are going to see me unravel my braid. As I was braiding downward, I noticed that the hair was actually getting thinner. So I'll just go ahead and re-braid that part and add a piece of hair to it, and then just continue to braid it on down. Now from this angle, this braid looks a little bit thicker, but it's actually not. And you'll notice it when I turn around. I don't know, it just made it look a little bit thicker. Even when I look at my hair after the fact, I noticed that it was fine. And here I am just dancing, trying to pass time. I'm listening to music so that the time can go faster. And now I am going to start a new braid. So I'm going to speed up the process for you, but it was probably around 2:30 in the morning. I did not go to sleep until after 5. And so, yeah, this is why I am dancing my way through this hairstyle because, as you can imagine, I was tired, but this was like the perfect time for me to do my hair, and this was just the perfect time for me. Here I am checking to make sure that my camera is still in focus and also that my camera has not died. It's so funny because when you're editing your videos, it's so hard for your viewers to see everything that goes on behind the scenes because you actually take those pieces out. But my camera battery actually died 4 times. Thank God I had extra batteries on hand and that they were charged because they will die. And if you are actually looking into doing either a YouTube or a videography or photography, make sure you have a handful of batteries because you're going to need them. Please don't get discouraged if this is your first time braiding. It is not as difficult as you think. All you're going to do is just braid your hair down and then add hair to it. And I just add the hair directly to my braid and keep braiding. I know some people who like to throw part of the hair up and then add it the second piece to it. No, I just go ahead, add the whole piece of hair to the braid, and I just keep braiding on down. It's not as hard as you may think, I promise you. This is the reason that I made this video, because I know that we are all going through a time right now, and there's no need in even mentioning what we're going through because we're all going through it, so we already know what I'm speaking of. But I wanted to show you something that you can achieve at home while you are waiting for to feel comfortable to go into someone or for the shop or whatever it is that you're waiting on. Or maybe you just want to, this time has shown you that You want to learn how to take care of your own hair. That is the whole reason behind me doing this tutorial. Alright, here is a close-up now that I am getting to the end of doing my hair, of me braiding, and my fingers, I notice now, are kind of in the way, but the process is the same. And you may fall into a point where you're beginning to do your hair and you notice that your braids aren't coming out the way that you want them to. So when you are braiding or plaiting your hair down, just keep your fingers close together. When you create like a gap or not keep them close together, that's where you get a lot of spacing and a lot of areas where the braid is not as tight as you would like. And I'm making faces here because my fingers hurt so bad after doing all these braids and pulling the hair through, because this hair is not pre-stretched. And that's another option. You can buy pre-stretched hair. I like pre-stretched, but I also like the regular Kanekalon braiding hair. It's just a process, and no matter what hair I'm using, my fingers are going to hurt a little bit. But the pre-stretch does make it a little bit easier because you don't have to really like feel like you're fighting the hair. But yeah, it's fine. And again, don't forget moisture, moisture, moisture. Moisturize your hair. Make sure that it is not wet, but it is moisturized, because you want to make sure that you are protecting your hair underneath of the braid. It's not a protective style if you're not protecting your hair. So I would say that the longest part of doing this hairstyle is the parting. So after you order your hair, you wash your hair, shampoo it, whatever. You want to make sure that you part your hair first. Because if you part your hair, half the battle is already won. You are going to be so proud of yourself, because once you get through the parting, braiding is like the easiest thing. Like I said, don't second guess yourself. If you have to try again, then try again. You know, practice makes you better, and you will get the hang of it. And everyone will be asking you, like someone came up to me in the grocery store, who did my hair? And of course she had her mask and everything on. I had mine on, but um, yeah, like people are so impressed. And a lot of people don't know, but I've been doing my hair since I was in elementary to middle school. And I've been braiding my hair since like middle school, high school. So I've been doing my own hair myself. Again, don't judge my partings because it's a little off. It's early in the morning and I'm tired, and I just didn't care about my partings. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. Of course, when I'm doing someone else's hair, then there's no excuse for me to not have great parts. But for myself, I'm doing it on myself. So it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And even with you doing it on yourself, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't be so hard on yourself. And don't give up. And this is the final look. The final braid. I was so happy to get to this point. And if you have any questions or any suggestions on videos or anything like that, please leave everything in the description, but in the comment section below. Again, I will link the next video for how I dip my ends. It will not be this long, I promise you. in the description. So yeah, I look forward to making more videos, as I say all the time. Thank you so much for checking out my video and my channel, and many blessings to you on doing your hair. And I will also leave the link for where I bought my hair down below, and they do ship. So they're on Instagram as well. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox them after you check out their website. Thank you.